Hi guys, good morning. The emotions are really raw and rare. I woke up this morning and I had a talk with my mother for about an hour and I was screaming and crying and crying. I mean, most of you know me as a very happy and carefree person, which I am, which I truly am. I worked on it. I'm generally a carefree and happy person, but it also took a lot of work to maintain a happy state. Most of you know that me and my parents don't necessarily have the craziest bond, which makes it much easier to sort of leave everything behind and travel the way I do for the last couple of years. I wish it wasn't like that. I mean, I seriously wish I could wake up like Toby or other families where the child could just speak openly with their parents about things. But it's never been like that because I always felt like I would be judged. I always felt like I had to hide a lot of things and I cannot talk with them as such about all the things that is happening in the world or in my life especially. So I woke up and we talked about the same thing, and I've been living for 3 years almost now in the van, and it's always the same thing. There are periods when we get along a bit better, and then there are periods when I get this hateful messages telling me that I am too old, that I don't have a child, that I have no goal, that I have nothing. Your body is full of scars. Nobody wants you. Who's gonna want you if you just keep traveling around? You don't understand me. You're selfish. You have a cold heart. I normally don't even pick up because I know what's going to happen. It's just us fighting just to make me change the way I live. And I'm screaming every single time for acceptance. Accepting me for who I am and what I do. And I know a lot of people don't even start doing the things they really love because of their expectations of their parents and the responsibilities you feel like you have towards your parents. I genuinely wish that I could have a really good relationship, talking like friends, but it's just not working, and they don't accept the way I choose to live. And yeah, I guess I can understand somehow from a parent point of view that they worry. I understand that they worried I'm out here, they worried I'm traveling alone, they worried and put all their worries onto me, trying to make me see clearer. And it's not that I don't see it. It's just that I don't understand the concept of love. The concept of love when they say, I'm worrying about you, I want the best for you. But yet I'm here screaming and saying, don't you see I am happy, even though I don't have a very common life. Although I am different, although I might be even childish for my 28 years old, carefree and living in my own little bubble. But don't you see that this is me, 100%, every day, and every day I choose to live. And that just makes me so sad. I'm feeling like, why can't you just accept me for who I am? Or why can't you not understand that true love and true compassion is never selfish? And for me to choose this life that I live is because it makes me happy. You know, it's been a fight for the last 3 years, and I never really spoke about it. I don't know why. I guess normally I don't tend to like to be in front of the camera when I'm crying and all sad. It's not the first thing I'm thinking about. But I feel like this is a story that a lot of people go through. A lot of people who struggle with the expectation because the parents want them to have a certain job, a certain way of life, being married or being whatever. And they put their fears and dreams onto their child that they didn't achieve. And that really is hurting my soul, because I feel like the true essence of life, the true meaning of life is not only to live out life to the fullest and being happy while doing it. Why don't you understand that I don't need everything you feel like I should have, when I'm here maintaining myself, not relying on anybody else's money, not bothering anybody with my life. There's no good and bad as such. It's just perspective and social conditioning. As long as you don't hurt no one, everything is acceptable. And it's such a hard thing because at the end of the day, I still want the relationship to work. And I've been trying it in a calm way. I've been trying it in a screaming way. I've been trying it in all kinds of way. But it's like I'm hitting on deaf ears. It's like no matter what I do, I cannot bring a message across. And I don't know if parents out there watch me, if people out there watch me, whoever you are, and you want to be your truest self deep down. I want you to know that I feel you. You are not alone. I know how hard it is to fight against the grain. Although the grain is not even that bad because I do not care socially in general what other people think of me. Of course, it still has an effect sometimes, but genuinely, I'd rather be my authentic self. So people can come at me saying mean things, saying disapproval things, which doesn't happen too often. But it happens, and that I don't care. But fighting still for acceptance with your closest people is one of the biggest or hardest thing I have to face while living the life I live. Because normally it's all really happy, and it is true, none of it is fake. And yeah, I could cut the contact. I would just go, you know what, bye, I will never see you again. But I'm not like that. I am a person who doesn't hold grudges. I'm a person who wants to be in harmony. Although it seems like I am living the life that I still do struggle. And these are very, very personal struggles. But at the end of the day, I do want to encourage you, no matter how hard it is, no matter how many grains you have to fight, the ones who will really love you, and I mean unconditional love means for me, you want to see that other person happy. It's not selfish ever. You want to see that person happy. You want to see that person being themselves and make this life memorable. I don't know why everybody is so obsessed of wanting people to behave a certain way, to be a certain way, Like, why are people even homophobic? Like, why? If somebody feels whatever they feel inside, and you cannot feel ever what another person is feeling deep down, why not just let them be? If they're not hurting no one, why not just let people be who they are? What's the point? What's the point of trying to change somebody into that shape that you've imagined them to be? Because your point of view towards world is that, and it's so narrow. People don't understand that the way they grew up has so much to do with the way they think. The way they grew up, where they grew up, has so much to do about the way they think. And instead of question their own thinking, they just purely ignoring it all and just go through it. But sometimes it's good to reset your mind, to open up, to open the horizon. And I understand that my parents are falling into this category of people who have a small horizon, who cannot understand certain things. And what people cannot understand, they're scared of it. They want to push it as far away as they can. Because if somebody doesn't understand something, the world all of a sudden doesn't make sense. The Asians out there, they will feel me. It's difficult with Asian parents. And then growing up in the Western, in Europe, in a Western country, when it's like two cultural things. And the thing is that I understand that they want the best for me. I do understand it. But I just wish they had the humbleness to understand and see that they necessarily don't know what I feel and feel what I feel. So how can they possibly know what is best for me? Like, at the end of the day, I cannot live my life based on other people's expectations. And I just want you to do the same, even though if you struggle, even though if you wake up like me sometimes and you have fights or cry and feel bad, I just want to let you know, stay strong. And I keep repeating, Mother, why don't you understand? I am happy. Why don't you understand? I'm truly happy. I'm not depending on no one. I'm earning my own money. I created this whole little van for myself because it was my dream. This is me. I am childish. I am rough. I like to do activities and my body is full of scars. Yes, it's me. One day, and I know that if I have a child, I will guide my child. I will want the best thing for her. But I will never, 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 never diminish or make that child feel less worthy just because that child choose a way that I might not understand or choose a way that I do not really grasp because of the way I grew up. I will accept my child exactly for who he or she is and give them so much love and support. But wanting them to make this life precious. God damn it, who cares whatever you are? We're only alive till 80 if we're lucky. Or more, maybe 100. We're only alive for that long, so who actually cares? Who cares? Who cares? No one. So if you're struggling with this as well, I want you to go out there and still live your life. And even though if it's hard, even though if it's fucking hard, that you still go out there and choose yourself first. Because you cannot make other people happy if you don't choose yourself first. And if you feel like you have to come out as a queer or as whatever you are, being a religious person, being whatever you are, being a vegan, being whatever your soul screams out you to be, I want you to be it, okay? Promise me that, because if there's one thing I want when I do all these videos, if there's one thing I want, is that the people out there who is watching me at least find the strength to be whoever you are, regardless of what other people say and think. Ugh, fuck. I'm so sorry. I've been crying throughout this whole video. Oh, this is so emotional. Oh, this is the only legacy I can leave. Is the impact I have on you. So please take it. Keep it in your heart. And think about it. Whatever you choose to do. I'm gone. Peace out.